Oh, jeez, you scared the out of me.
I told you I was coming. You better have something that I can air.
Look, I was super. How about we just watch it?
I don't trust your tone. Was the new kid terrible or something?
Not quite. Welcome back to Who's the Cuck? Little America's favorite game show. As y'all know, there will be 3 rounds total. In the first 2 rounds, each contestant gets 1 minute and 30 seconds to discuss whatever topic they please. In the third and final round, each contestant is given 30 seconds to plead their case. And remember, the cuck is picked by you, the viewers. Now let's welcome our 2 contestants. All the way from your hometown, it's Dan America.
Thank you, Farkle. I'm feeling pretty confident about today's show.
And why is that, Dan?
I don't know if you watched the State of the Union, but the president couldn't be more on fire. We got tax cuts. We got the upper hand from crying Chuck Schumer and the whole Democratic Party. And proof of a phony investigation from a biased FBI. Things couldn't be better. Hey, new guy, let me know when your Trump check comes in, if you even last that long.
Alright, new guy, go ahead and introduce yourself. Well, apparently my name is Xer Libtard Clinton. Do I get to rebuttal any of the bullshit that he just said? That's profanity. That's one slap already from Dan America. Our first segment goes to Mr. Oh, say, can you see himself? Dan America! Put 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock, please, and go!
The fake news media would like you to believe that the Americans who elected the current commander-in-chief are having some buyer's remorse. Most of those same leftist media outlets were eating their own words when Mr. Trump was able to show off his accomplishments in a presidential manner at the State of the Union.
By recognizing that the state of our union is strong. Since the election, we have created 2.4 million new jobs. Small business confidence is at an all-time high. The stock market has smashed one record after another.
Notice how the president used words like our and strong. What type of person would be against such beautiful, inclusive words? Well, why don't you ask these people? So let's recap. We're slashing regulations left and right. The stock market is booming. And the Russia investigation is hanging on by a thread.
All right, joining me now with reaction to tonight's breaking news that the DOJ Inspector General will finally investigate potential FISA abuses by the DOJ and the FBI. He is the chairman of the House Intel Committee, and he's been frankly in the forefront while his colleagues have been lazy. Devin Nunes is with us. Congressman, I'm reaching a point of frustration here. We're talking about with these new struck page memos, this was within the 3,000-plus page dump that we finally got at the last minute.
That concludes your time, Dan Buzzer. I bet you're pretty nervous. This audience loves Sean Hannity. That segment was nonsense, just like that fucking memo. Sir, you haven't even made it past your first segment and Dan America already has 2 slaps. At this point, you're begging to be the cuck. To close the first round is our newcomer, Xer. Well, I just wanted to start by saying thank you so much for the invitation. It's easy to hate on the president, but this segment is not about him specifically. It's about the Nunes memo and Mueller's investigation. If you're anything like this guy...
If Jesus Christ gets down off the cross and told me Trump is with Russia, I would tell him, hold on a second, I need to check with the president if it's true.
Why do you believe Donald Trump over everybody else?
You probably get your news and alternative facts from these news outlets. If that's your daily media cocktail, then you are probably pretty excited to hear this.
The FBI, deep state officials, they used a Hillary Clinton campaign, bought and paid for dossier that was filled with Russian lies, Russian propaganda, totally unverified, to lie to a foreign intelligence surveillance court to obtain a warrant so they could spy on Trump campaign advisor Carter Page.
So what's more likely? The DNC pays Michael Steele to come up with a fake dossier to frame an innocent Donald Trump, or that the FISA court renewed its investigation into Carter Page for the third time, which caused Rod Rosenstein to hire Robert Mueller, who has now indicted Michael Flynn, Paul Manafort, Rick Gates, and George Papadopoulos. This investigation isn't about some hidden smoking gun. It's about money laundering. So now that this memo has successfully muddied the water, how will the investigation end? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Well, that was exciting. Welcome to the show, Xer. Dan, you're up. Put a minute and 30 seconds on the clock, Francis. Go!
Hey, Xer, what do the 5 fingers say to the face?
You're not Rick James.
Slap!
You're running out of time there, Mr. America.
What's the point? No amount of leftist, liberal, fake news this Pelosi, Clinton, trans-guilt cuck can overlook what this administration has done. The market, record highs. Illegal immigrants, record lows.
Yeah, Dan, can I just start playing the graphics you turned in?
To be honest, Francis, I don't remember any of them, so how about you rack them up and I will spit quickfire. Look, black guy from Harvard who agrees with one of my opinions. Surprising. I want Will Smith edition Wild Wild West quickfire, Francis. Please, rack them up. Oh, look, smart people who comment on Fox News articles, who also agree with my opinion. Also surprising. The National Felon League has shown its true self. Nothing more than an anti-white, pro-black criminals organization. That's right, Warren. Stand or don't play. Bam. Next. More comments, huh? Blacks have slaughtered, sold, and enslaved more black and white. Oh, thank God. It's getting a little empty in the pipes now.
Alright, sir, it's time for your second segment. Are his graphics ready, Francis?
Yeah.
Go!
Did you know there's an Islamization problem in Houston, Texas? I don't want radical Muslims or Sharia law taking over anywhere in this country. Apparently I wasn't the only one who thought this way. A group of American patriots got together for a rally called Stop Islamization of Texas, which was being promoted by a Facebook page called The Heart of Texas. If you're not familiar with Facebook's boosting platform, companies from all over the world can purchase boosted posts to get in front of more people or a certain demographic of people. Could accepting business from any business entity from across the globe possibly backfire?
A small group of anti-Muslim protesters gathers outside an Islamic center in Houston, Texas in May of 2016. It was organized by a Facebook group named Heart of Texas. Heart of Texas, according to sources with knowledge of the matter, is among 470 fake pages or accounts Facebook turned over to Congress following its investigations into ads generated by Russia. Ads, Facebook says, came from an organization called Internet Research Agency that, according to people who've worked there, operated out of this building in St. Petersburg.
So what's the president's opinion on the matter?
That he didn't meddle. I asked him again. You can only ask so many times. I just asked him again. He did not do what they are saying he did, the president said, adding that Putin, quote, is very insulted by it, which is not a good thing for our country.
Look, I'm not here to make fun of you or call you a cock. I just wish the majority of people would start giving a shit about little details like this.
Sounded like a bunch of fake news to me. How about you get through today's sponsor so I can destroy the new guy with my 30?
Did you know that America is the most taxed nation in the history of nations in the whole entire multiverse? Today's sponsor, Farkle Corp, wants you to know that the Trump administration is working hard to lessen the tax burden on everyday Americans. Go to FarkleCorp.com for details. Now let's put 30 seconds on the clock for Mr. Day in America. Go!
Once again, is this really necessary? This man wants government to control your lives. He wants to repeal the Second Amendment and erase history. Disappointing this country comes in threes. Next episode, he's probably going to be talking about how we should raise taxes. What a cunt. Right. And he talks about change.
Does that sound familiar? Sorry, Xer. I don't want 8 more years of failed economic policy.
Go! I don't even know where to start, honestly. Both of the segments were terribly misinformative and misleading. I can't wait to watch the footage from today's episode so I can slap your smug face with cited sources and statistical data. Pundit of the week goes to Seth Meyers.
So on top of 3 separate lawsuits, Trump's also going to be asked by the special counsel about collusion with the Russians and obstruction of justice. Trump has so many legal problems, I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing commercials for lawyers targeted specifically.
That was f***ing terrible.
Do we have to kill this one too?
Not yet.